Welcome back to our Friday edition of News Geelong as we turn to the world of Geelong sport, where tomorrow, that's Saturday, the Geelong and District Football League will play the Heathcote and District Football League up at Myers Reserve, up at Bellpost Hill, and broadcast live and exclusive on 94.7 FM, The Pulse. Whilst the Geelong Football League will journey up to play Ballarat Football League at Eastern Oval at Ballarat and broadcast live and exclusive on Vision Australia Radio 99.5 FM. And the Bellarine Football League will travel up to Bendigo to play the Murray Valley League at Queen Elizabeth Oval. For further Geelong sport news, it's the Flying Hawk, Nathan Currie.
Cheers, Rollo. I've got this side of the desk all to myself this week. We'll start with News Geelong's man of the Geelong and District Football League, Cal Lowther. Cal caught up with Winchelsea coach Michael Smith after their loss to Anarchy last weekend.
Michael, tough loss today. Where do you think it all went wrong?
Oh, look, it just came down to want in the end. You know, we didn't want it hard enough, didn't want it as much as bloody Anarchy. You know, our training all week's been on the importance of winning, going 4-2. You know, I thought we were up and about, and look, we're probably lucky to go down by bloody 2 goals in the end.
In the context of your season, is this probably the most disappointing moment?
Absolutely. This is more disappointing than any other game we played last year. You know, if we've got this team, you know, and I reckon some of the players last year probably just haven't taken the next step. You know, we just got to get back on the track.
Do you think the injuries, particularly to Kelly, sort of broke down your structure and made it very difficult to score?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we go through Kelly. He's obviously our full forward. He's kicked. He's been our leading goal kicker. He'd already kicked 3. So look, that hurt us, but you just got to adapt, don't you? So we just couldn't do it, and it was basically the work rate of our midfield, and our wingers wouldn't push back, finding their men.
Yeah, and can you just reiterate the injuries that you got out of today's game?
Oh, it looks like Blake Kelly's broken his jaw, and Kruger's done a shoulder.
It's interleague time again, so the informed players will join forces to represent their particular league on the weekend. After a couple of disappointing performances by the Bellarine Football League's interleague squad, Football Geelong wanted to change all of that and hired David McNamara as the man to make that happen. News Geelong caught up with him to discuss his thoughts about the weekend's match and to find out if he had achieved Football Geelong's goals. Well, first of all, Dave, how did you come about to apply for the job of BFL Interleague coach?
Oh, just when I seen it advertised, I just thought it'd be a good opportunity, like knowing the league as well as I do, having coached for 3 years and know the current players pretty well, and just saw it was an opportunity to put my hand up for it, and also not having a club gig, sort of to be able to get around and look at all the games and make sure we get the right side on the park.
Speaking of the right side on the park, Football Geelong hasn't been too happy with the BFL side for the last few years. The best players or so haven't been wanting to play in the interleague. Have you achieved the Football Geelong's goal of getting the best players in the team, and how's the attitude been of the boys?
Oh, look, the attitude's been fantastic. It's been really positive. Football Geelong have been really supportive, I have to say that, with follow-up calls to players if they don't turn up to training and so forth, or don't contact me. Just in general, I think, like players on the park, I think at the end of the year, if you look at the team of the year at the end of the year, we'll get good numbers that are playing on Saturday that'll be in that team of the year at the end of the year, which probably wasn't the case last year.
You're heading up to Bendigo on Saturday. You're confident you can come away with the win?
Oh, I'm not going up there to lose, mate. Yeah, no, I've got a good quality team. You know, Bernie Lynch has committed himself down back, so, and Lucas Murphy up forward. So we've got some experience with some really good youth. You know, I think we'll go very well. Yep.
And have you got a tip for best on ground?
Yeah, look, I've been watching this bloke the last 4 or 5 weeks, and he's been flying. That's Mitch Scott from Drysdale. I actually think he's probably in career best form at the minute, so I'll go with Mitch.
All right, we'll see how you go. Thanks for your time.
No worries, mate. Cheers.
Dave McNamara there, and hopefully Mitta does play well on Saturday. Good luck to Dave and the rest of his squad. Hopefully they can get some spirit back into Interleague and have a good win against the Murray Football League in Bendigo. Finally tonight, News Geelong caught up with Geelong Cats coach Mark "Bomber" Thompson ahead of their pie fight with Collingwood tonight. Now, Bomber, what do you think of the Collingwood forward setup?
Yeah, well, Mick's always, always had guys, capable of kicking lots of goals, and yeah, we like that theory too. Become very hard to predict where the ball's going to be kicked to. It makes it hard to play again.
Are you happy with Geelong's defence at the moment?
Our theory is like we want to be a good defensive team, but if we can kick more goals than the opposition, then you're probably doing enough. We haven't got the best defence in the competition. St Kilda, well, did have, I'm not sure how they're going now, and Sydney have always been very good. Collingwood have always been very good, but you know, we're sitting, I'm not sure where we're sitting, maybe 5th or 6th at the moment, so you know, as long as you're kicking enough goals to more than the opposition, that's all we really focus on.
Now, Josh Hunt's returned this season. What are your thoughts on him?
Gone are the days where you just, you know, people who play in the back half of the ground are just dour defenders, and you know, one thing that we want Joshy to do is get the ball in his hands as often as he can and to kick it, because he does penetrate, you know, the midfield zoning sort of cluster things that are evolved in today's footy. So people who can kick the ball from down back are just priceless, and he's.
How's Joel Corey coming along?
Not so good. He's going to miss another 3 or 4 weeks, I think. He's having an operation this morning, just to investigate why he's not getting better.
Is it concerning to you that both Joel and Maxi Rook are not playing?
Yeah, it is, but again, in Joel's case, he gets fit extremely quickly, and he's just a total professional. He won't put one millimetre of skin folds on his body while he's out injured, and he can just train up really quickly. So we're not worried about Joel. Rookie's a different case, because Rookie's struggled since last year's grand final. At least Joel's had a pretty good summer.
What do you think of Cameron Mooney playing his 200th game tonight?
He's been a good player. I didn't think he'd ever play 200 games, to be honest. I didn't think he'd play 100, but he's got better as he's got older, and I still think he's got a lot of football left, and he's a very important player. So yeah, he's played in 3 premierships. He's 200 games is a great achievement.
What do you think you've got out of the Moondog in your time at Geelong?
I don't think I've got too much out of him myself. I think he's got it out of himself. But I think, you know, from where he was early in his career and the problems he had, he's straightened himself out. I think he's just matured, and he's got a lovely wife, and I think she's had a big influence on that, probably more than anybody else really. And yeah, I think he's just had a great career.
Thanks for your time there, Bomber, and hopefully we get a good match tonight at the MCG. No footy tips this weekend with the Interleague bye, but we wish all the leagues the best for the weekend. I'll see you next week. So now it's time for the weather with the sparkling Graham Rawlins.
Thank you very much, Nathan. You enjoy your weekend of Interleague football. Well, Geelong's weather has certainly been on the colder side over the past few days as we head into the weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will see morning cloud with an expected top temperature of 17 degrees. A good day for local footy, which is real footy. On Sunday, it will be partly cloudy with patchy fog early in the morning and a maximum of 18 degrees. A good day for fishing. Monday will see a cloudy day with scattered showers and a maximum of 17 degrees. On Tuesday, further cloudy periods and scattered showers with an expected top of 17. And finally on Wednesday, partly cloudy with areas of morning fog and an expected maximum temperature of 17 degrees. Today, Friday, was partly cloudy with those isolated few showers this morning as we reached a top of 15 degrees. So in summary, keep warm and dry as our weather moves on towards winter. Thank you for being with us on News Geelong this Friday evening. Enjoy your weekend and stay safe. Remember, Lani, you get well soon. Take your time to smell the flowers. You just never know when that big rock for the third finger of the left hand may appear. Look forward to your company same time, same place next weekend here on News Geelong. And don't forget the big blockbuster tonight, the MCG. There's 2 special News Geelong personalities. First of all, Mr. Les Burrick and his views on the game.
Many of our viewers may not realise that Les Borak was a very formidable player in his time at Geelong, a cat through and through. What about the verdict in the big blockbuster against Collingwood?
It'll be a sellout and Geelong will win by 15 points.
And what of another great Geelong supporter, Mr. Rob Hulls?
And just on a final note, we're going to see you at the blockbuster, Geelong v Collingwood.
Well, it's going to be a cracker of a game, and you know, I have no doubt that football will be the winner, but so will Geelong.
That's our opinion too. Go Cats, have a wonderful evening, and from the News Geelong crew, very good night.